Nnamdi Kanu has actually written to MBA in Nigeria over the conference they are having in Enugu right now. They just resumed a conference, national conference in Enugu. He wrote to them to include his case in their program. He prayed for them to include his case. Let them treat his case in the ongoing MBA conference in Enugu. Of course, you know that we have been following this case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu over time, as well as his court cases. So, but right now, Nnamdi Kanu is seeing that the federal government are no more interested on his freedom. It is apparent they are not interested on his freedom. So he is now seeking all support from every angle so that they will look into his matter. And right now, the NBA, Nigerian Bar Association, are having their program in Enugu State. So he now prayed and asked them to include his case in their program so that federal government may, through that means, look into the matter. The indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has written to the Nigerian Bar Association praying the body to include his matter in its agenda of the 2025 NBA Annual General Conference holding in Enugu. Kanu, in a letter addressed to the NBA president dated August 18, 2025, and received at the National Secretariat on August 22, that is today, was made available to newsmen on Friday in Abuja. The IPOP leader, in the letter titled Miscarriages of Justice in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and personally signed by him, said the NBA, as one of the guardians of the legal profession and the promoter of rule of law, cannot continue to turn its face the other way. Sir, my name is Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, an organization which is a lawful human rights organization registered in over 18 countries of the world with peaceful agitation for my right to self-determination of Biafran Republic, which is a fundamental human right of association guaranteed both in local and international law and human rights. May I inform you that this is not merely a letter of persecuted man. It is a bill of indictment against a segment of the Nigerian judiciary that has, in my case, converted courts of law into arenas of impunity. He alleged that what has been done to him by the courts amounts to nothing less than judicial lynching as against constitutional order, urging the Nigerian Bar Association to incorporate the proceedings as one of its discussions in the ongoing NBA conference in Enugu State. At the Aterem Patem, the sacred maxim of fair hearing has been shattered beyond recognition. Of course, you know we have been following this case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we don't even know why the courts are not responding and respecting what's supposed to be done, what ought to be. Even the presidency, the DSS, they are not respecting the courts, injunctions and orders. The proceedings are just a kind of impunity, barbaric and unjust. Because this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has actually won the 6 cases against federal government. They have never won anyone. So why are they still holding him? Just a case. So now he is seeking the assistance of Nigerian Bar Association on this their ongoing conference in Enugu State to look into his matter, to include it in their agendas so that they will treat it there generally and raise a public alarm over it to know if it can be a tool federal government will look into when they publicly announce the impunity in that very case. So right now, they have actually received his letter signed by him And we are following this case to know actually if they will treat this very case. So if you have never subscribed to this very channel, please kindly do so that you'll be getting more updates from this very channel. Everything happening on that very conference shall be posted here, and everyone on this very platform must receive the updates, everything happening on that very conference in Enugu State, and some other things about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, we know that his next court case is slated on October 10th. So we are looking forward to seeing if they will use this medium to impact on that very ruling come October 10. Because this man have actually suffered in detention. He have actually suffered. Last time the wife went through knives surgery, he wasn't there. Imagine a family, when your family need you most, you are not there. It is very, very shameful. So sad that a country like Nigeria cannot respect human rights, justice, and rule of law. When the court gives injunction of what should be carried out on, the government should respect that, but they don't respect anything. That's why the case is just looking like a child's play or an attempt to silence a voice, an attempt to silence some certain people in a country they are part of. So that is the case. That is how people are viewing this very matter now. But nobody understands what is actually going on. So he's actually asking and urging the NBA to look into that matter through this their annual conference, to include it in their agendas. Please always pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have little contribution which we do tell you here. Just come to the comment section and write free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is part of our own contribution towards his freedom. This young man have actually suffered since 2017 till date for self-determination. That was just his offense. Why should he be saying that and agitating about Biafra?